What's good, Eagles? This is your Captain SinDragonLord, and I am here bringing you my second place ABC deck profile from the EagleFaqtor Classic that just took place this last weekend, where the winner got 3 Alpha Master of Beasts, and second place got 3 Impermanents from the Maximum Gold set. I ended up getting the 3 Impermanences from the Maximum Gold set, and this is the deck that I used to get it. You'll be seeing the other top 4 deck profiles as well. But the difference between this one and the one that the others did is that I'm doing this one solo. I do have one where there's one of my teammates is interviewing me and going over things, and I can post tidbits from that as well. But there was just a lot of errors, like I kept calling Union carrier Union driver, and there was just a lot of swearing, and I'm going to try to minimize that as much as possible. So anyway, yeah, I played ABC in the event. I got second place, only losing to obviously the winner of the whole thing, which ended up being Prank Kids Duelist. So without any further ado, let's get right into this profile. Alright, so to start things off, we have 3 ASL Core, 3 Beat Buster Drake, and 3 Crush Wyvern. I see a lot of lists that are cutting ASL Core and Sea Crush Wyvern down to 2. I don't believe that is correct, and here is why. With the release of Unauthorized Reactivation, it grants us a lot of defensive utility, which I feel like is, completely overlooked. And I think it's really important to start maximizing the pieces again, especially since a piece plus unauthorized reactivation is literally the same combo as just Union Hanger, just in 2-card format. So we play 9 pieces, and then we play 2 copies of Union Driver. The reason I play 2 is because you need one in your deck to go full ham with the 1-card Union Hanger combo, which if you want to see, I might show you in another video. I can show you all the combos that I can do. If you guys are interested, just feel free to like this video or comment down in the comment section if you guys would like to see all the ABC combos that I've come up with. Well, I mean, the 1-card Union Hanger combo isn't mine, but the extenders that I've used and combos I've created to expand upon that are mine. So, 2 Union Driver just to ensure that that the Union Hanger combo does go off. Then we play 2 copies of Galaxy Soldier. I know they're not the original secrets. I know I really want them to be the original secrets, but you only play 2 because it's literally searchable mid combo with Union Carrier. And the next card that goes along with this is Photon Orbital. So the combo the way this goes is you equip Photon Orbital with Union Carrier, then you send Orbital to the graveyard to start yourself a Galaxy Soldier. Next up, we play arguably the best extender in the entire deck, which is Parallel Exceed. When I was going through, I went through a couple different builds, or a couple different options for extenders, and I came to the realization that I needed extenders that were worth 2 monsters. Initially I was playing cards like Solar Windjammer and cards like that, and I just realized that, I need 2 monsters here in order to fully utilize, make full value of this combo. So Parallel Exceed was the first one that came up. And this is really good because it allows you to make another Link 2 or a rank 4 like Dweller, or Daigusto Emerald, which I was playing when Dragon Buster was at 2, but now that it's at 3, I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not I want to use the extra deck slot for another Emerald. But yeah, so 3 Parallel Exceed, put in massive work, would not cut this at all. Then for hand traps, we play 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. This is standard, I don't really need to explain that all too much. And then we play the 1 copy of Heavy Mech Support Armor. So earlier when I was talking about the Parallel Exceed being worth 2 monsters, it's the same concept for this, because this in tandem with another spell card that's in my deck is the same thing, except this isn't a level 4, which drives me nuts, because otherwise this would literally be perfect. but it's good for making another link 2 like IP or, Anaconda, or basically any link 2 that you need at that given point in time. So it's just a really good extender that's worth 2 monsters. And then finally we play the Dragoon package. Don't need to explain that. Dragoon is falling out of favor, so a lot of people aren't respecting it as much, and Dragoon can just steal games on its own. So if the Dragoon package ever gets hit, though, I won't be too upset because I already know what I'm going to replace it with. Then we play 4 copies of Union Hanger, and obviously the 4th one being the Terraforming. Union Hanger by itself is a 1-card combo that'll end you on a Link 2, Infinity, and ABC Dragon Buster, which is pretty solid for a 1-card combo. And then we play 3 copies of Unauthorized Reactivation. So I explained this earlier in the video where as far as why you maximize all the pieces, it's because of the fact that this card literally protects you from interruption. So like if you draw this in a piece, it's hanger combo, but if you draw this in hanger, this will literally protect you from a form of interaction, whether it be a Ghost Ogre or an Impermanence or whatever hand trap you can think of, because you literally just equip one of the respective pieces and grant immunity from that card type, whether it be monster, spell, or trap. So it literally helps you play through interruptions without needing to... it just allows you to play through interruption. I really don't need to say much more about it. Unauthorized Reactivation is so freaking good. And then in tandem with the Heavy Mech Support Armor, we play 3 copies of Frontline Base. So the combo here is if you draw Hanger and Frontline Base, you search yourself a B with Hanger, you activate Frontline Base, you special summon the B, go with your basic Union Hanger combo, but when you go to search with Bs, rather than searching the 2 other pieces, you will search one of the other pieces in Heavy Mech Support Armor. And since you have not normal summoned yet, you will normal summon the Heavy Mech Support Armor, special summon the B from your graveyard, make a link 2, search the other piece. And then you still have full combo while having an additional link 2, which could be, Anaconda or whatever else. So Frontline Base is a really good, old forgotten card. And then we play 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet. This card is literally nuts in this deck, because you don't mind, if you're going second, you don't mind discarding pieces in order to, help potentially break boards. That it makes Union, it also, if you're going turn 0 and you happen to draw that card, you can set it, and then when you go attack out with Buster, you summon your 3 pieces, and then if need be, you just droplet away the 3 pieces, negate a bunch of crap, and then you also get to trigger the pieces effect in graveyard. So it's just free value, and it's just really insane in this deck. And then we play 3 copies of Triple Tactics Talent. Just kind of another way to play through interruption if you get like Ashed or Ogre or whatever. It's just a way to play to help you regain momentum or try to regain momentum when your opponent plays a hand trap. Whether that be get rid of another card in their hand, so now they're down 2 cards, whether that be drawing 2 more of your own to try to draw into more extenders when you get interacted with, or just stealing an opponent's monster. If you, get Dragooned or whatever, just steal a Dragoon since it doesn't target. So, it's pretty solid. And then finally, we play the 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, just for more interaction on the opponent's turn. On to the extra deck, we play the 3 copies of ABC Dragon Buster. Like we mentioned in the other deck profiles, the day of the EagleFaqtor Classic was literally the day that the new ban list was, confirmed. So we voted as a team, and we voted that the vast majority of us wanted to play under the new ban list, and only one wanted to play under the old ban list. And since it wasn't technically enforced yet, we allowed him to go ahead and play under the old list. So I played 3 copies of Dragon Buster, just because it's at 3 now. It should have never went to 1 in the first place. Then we play obviously the Dragoon package, Red Anaconda and Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. onto the other links, we play Union Carrier. This card is just absolutely nuts. In the worst of hands, you can still potentially make this in Dragon Buster. Because if you have 2 pieces in circulation and you just need that third one, this can do that for you. Or it'll go for your Photon Orbital part of your combo to make Infinity. Then we play IP Masquerena. This chick is waifu. She allows you to make an unkillable Avermax, or what you can do is on your opponent's turn, once they have forced out the Dragon Buster banish effect, you can use the Dragon Buster's effect to tag out summoning the pieces, then use IP's effect to tag it and all the pieces out to make a 4 material Appaloosa that can't be destroyed by card effects. Just for additional negates. And then also, as well as triggering the other pieces in the graveyard too when they're used to link summon. So just so much value. Then we play, of course, the Nightmare package. It's a discard outlet, and it also gets rid of problematic cards that your opponent has, so it's pretty solid. If the Dragoon package ever does get hit, I will put in Nightmare Cerberus as well, just because Union Carrier has a down pointing arrow, so you get the co-link draw as well. I play the Appaloosa, of course, because I can make this on my opponent's turn potentially and force them to deal with a 4 material Appaloosa. Pretty solid. Access Code Talker. This plus Dragon Buster is basically game, because the play is you're going to get Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Unicorn, and then you link the Unicorn and the 1 remaining piece for Access Code Talker, target the Unicorn in grave. You have all 3 pieces in your graveyard. Then you can, summon Dragon Buster. Usually at this point in the combo, you will have at least 3 to 4 exceeds with, or at least 3 link monsters with different attributes. So you'll be able to pop 3 cards as well as have the Dragon Buster's effective banish. So you'll have 4 potential removal effects to clear a board and then swing for 8,300 points of damage. So this is just no TK piece. I replaced it once. I replaced Boral Sword with it just because this is just better. Then we play the Avermax, of course, for the quote-unquote unkillable Avermax with IP. Really hard for most decks to get over. And then we play, of course, the Abyss Dweller and then the Infinity package. Moving on to the sideboard, I played 3 copies of Nibiru. This card is actually really, really good, especially in this deck, because one, if you if you end on Dragon Buster and your opponent starts going off and they already have baited out the Dragon Buster banish effect, you can go Nibiru Chainlink 1, or excuse me, Buster effect Chainlink 1, and then Nibiru effect Chainlink 2. Since Dragon Buster tributes for cost, it will no longer be on the field. Nibiru will resolve first, clearing the entire board. Then Dragon Buster will resolve, summoning your 3 pieces. So you'll have 4 monsters on board while clearing their entire board. Or another fun interaction that you can do is if you chain Nibiru, you can chain Dragon Buster's effect to discard the Nibiru, then tag out the Dragon Buster to summon your pieces, and then Nibiru will clear the entire board, but it won't give your opponent a token. So if you're playing against Adamancipator, you won't give them that fodder or that additional extender because they won't have a token on the board. So if you're going against a deck that you feel like can push through if they have that token, you can also go that route as well as triggering your pieces affecting graveyard to do various shenanigans. Then I play the Gamma package. So what's really fun about this is not only is it a hand trap, but it's also potentially a starter or an extender. If you'll notice, this is a 4-card engine, and so is the frontline based heavy mech support armor engine. So what you do is if you're anticipating going second, or if you're anticipating someone trying to screw around with being able to activate Union Hanger or whatever, you can side in the Gamma package, and you can negate the interruption as well as give you the 2 monster extension that I was talking about earlier. So it's a really easy side in and out. If I'm going second, I'll side out the heavy mech support armor engine and put in the gamma package, and it's literally the same thing, as well as providing me hand trap interaction for my opponent going second. Then I play 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More. Just so that way I have more answers to break my board decks, along with the Forbidden Droplet. It's true I won't be able to deal damage, but I mean, the boards that I can make with this deck are insane. So they would have to be able to break my board after using all their resources after I break theirs. I play 3 copies of Lightning Storm. And then the 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster, and the 1 copy of Red Reboot to deal with back row decks. In the EagleFaqtor Classic, there was only really 1 back row deck, and I didn't end up facing it at all, but it's good to have just in case, because stun decks are kind of a pain in the ass. So as far as the EagleFaqtor Classic is concerned, I went X1 in Swiss, only losing to Shadal Invoked. But it's fine, because once I got to top 4, I ended up beating the guy who played Shadal Invoked to guarantee my spot in the finals, where I lost to the eventual winner. So if there's anything I would change in this list, it would be, I would probably take out the if the Dragoon engine gets hit, or if I just decide that the Dragoon engine isn't worth playing, I would replace it with probably like Set Rotation and like Mystic Mine. That way I have more accessibility to Union Hanger. And also playing the Set Rotation would also allow me to play around Impermanence, because they have a card on their field now. It wouldn't necessarily help me play around Gamma, but I mean, still, anything helps. And then worst case scenario, once I finish my combo, I can just banish the Mystic Mine. That way they can't just lock me out. So that's an option I've been considering as well. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. We will be doing more EagleFaqtor Classics in the future, so feel free to look forward to that. We will also be bringing you more content, because given everything that's been going on in 2020 and how much of a shit show that it's been, we want to bring you guys more content as a team. We've been getting together every week, and we should be bringing you more content here very, very soon. So like, comment, subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.